We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nerds
Wait,
of the
wait,
Apocalypse.
wait,
I'm not gonna.
why?
No. I'm gonna keep going. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nerds of the Apocalypse. I don't care if you're hiding behind Beth. Okay, stop trying to interrupt me. I'm of course Stevie B. Alongside me today on this cast is
Vader and Stevie. Or Showtime. There we go.
Beth.
Preach.
Beth and Preach in the same cast. That's never happened. That has never happened.
The kitties are almost done, Vader.
It's weird.
Radioactive rain split us apart. We're no longer alter egos.
No, you guys are like Firestorm.
I have no idea.
You guys don't know who Firestorm is?
I know who.
This is a super nerdy podcast, and neither one of you know who.
I know who Firestorm is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Firestorm is two guys put together, and he's got the fiery head and stuff. You know what that is? Okay.
I didn't know it was two guys put together.
Yeah, there's a smart guy on the inside, and then like a jock that controls him on the outside. But generally, in the Flash TV show, it's a little bit different. But just let him go.
Oh, I
Thank
didn't
you.
want him to eat your cat's food.
All right.
I was being nice to you.
Well, he'll be all right. They'll fight him. He'll be okay. We're talking about Vader the dog here. Apparently, he's a cast member too. Okay, so back to the. Can we talk on the cast now? Everybody's tuned out.
Breathe, Steve.
Everybody's
Breathe.
tuned out.
Can you, take a breath.
Okay, we're gonna do our Week in Geek, and we're also gonna do an Age of Ultron discussion, even though Beth hasn't seen Age of Ultron yet
So we're
because
gonna
she got
spoil
scared
everything for
Friday
her.
night watching a horror movie.
No, that was Mad Max that she didn't see because of that. But still, just as importantly, she also hasn't seen Age of Ultron.
I'll see him this coming weekend.
No, I don't believe you.
I will see
You've-
Mad
you-
Max. Though.
Oh, you will see. Oh, see, look at that. I'm just kidding. You should movie hop. You ever movie hop before?
Yeah, let's say that aloud.
Okay.
On
What's Regal gonna come after Beth? Like, come on, man. Regal gonna watch Beth? Like, who's
boy.
AMC's gonna come after Beth when she's at the? Oh, there's Beth from that cast that none of us listen to. Get her. She might jump movies.
Yeah, I wouldn't even take my comics down to the other comic room. I had to pay for them first. So you really think I'm going to movie hop?
We do it because of Trex, because he's so against movie hopping, but then he'll download stuff.
Oh, I know.
It becomes,
But when it comes out officially, he will delete it and then.
Yeah.
unless it's bad. We had this whole thing. This is the backstory here. Just know we're gonna let Phil and Beth in, Phil people in who just joined us, who haven't heard this. But we like to mess with Trex because when he tries to dig himself out of holes, he just makes himself sound so ridiculous. And it is a fun, because he was like, movie hopping is illegal. It's like, dude, downloading movies is illegal too.
Yeah, but that's different.
Yeah, but I buy it. I only download it before it comes out, and then I'll buy it, and then I don't know. Not that Trex downloads anything. That's just my opinion and not Trex's opinion. He might say never downloads anything, but anyway.
Remember we had that big discussion about that one time.
Irregardless.
Yeah, irregardless. Let's get on with the show.
Irregardless.
Download the movies. The fact that Beth let us down aside. I'm just totally kidding. Heather goes, if you do an Age of Ultron discussion, Beth's going to be on there? I was like, yeah. I'm totally going to bust her bees the entire time.
Her
No.
bees?
No, I don't want
Buster boobs?
No.
That's what I was like,
Okay.
The
really?
apostrophe S makes me
Like,
think
like
more
Heather's
than one
okay
bee.
with that?
No, she's not. This is... Okay, can we move on? All right, sorry.
Busted! If you're not watching the video, you might think I just grabbed someone's boobie.
Okay, so... our Weeks in Geek. My birthday happened. I had a birthday.
He did.
I'm not 30 yet. Almost. I've almost reached half of Preach's age. He's so old.
This is like a math problem right now.
I try to do that.
Stevie B is not yet 30, but he's half of Preach's age. How old is Stevie B? Also, how many oranges did he get from the market? Are you okay?
Oh my gosh.
He's also taking the train to Wimbledon.
If he leaves right now, when will he get there?
Okay.
Traveling at half of the speed of sound.
We played laser tag on my birthday and I owned everybody.
He did.
Heather says I was camping. Here's what. Okay, let me tell you.
Well, camping?
Let me tell you
I
what
thought
happened.
that was only in Call of Duty.
No, the camping is definitely something you can do on laser tag. You can camp the reload area and just wait for someone to come to reload and just tag them up. But here's what happened. Okay, so it's a place we go to called Frankie's Fun Park. They have arcades and laser tag, and it's first floor, second floor. Okay, and what happened was I ran up the second floor when it first started, decided that I will not be running up to the second floor again this entire time because I almost died by the time I got there. Because it's not stairs, it's just like a ramp that's like this. And I got up there and almost passed out. So I was like, okay, so...
The elevation change is crazy.
So...
I'm going to Colorado.
The air's real thin up here.
So,
I got on that train to Wilmington real fast.
And I still don't know how many oranges I had.
this cast derailed.
Another train joke.
So I stayed on the first floor and I was tagging people on the second floor. So I was at the bottom just like shooting up. No one's like shooting down at me. So I'm like, got him. And then people would run up and they'd run away and I'd shoot them as they would run away. But I moved around the first floor. But because there was one time where Heather came to reload and she left, I was following around and messing with her. She's like, you were just... I was like, no, I was just doing that to you, sweetheart. Nah, I wouldn't do it to everybody else. But I ended up with like 2,000 points, and Heather had like negative 100, and she was so mad. She was like, "It's because
Did she shoot herself?
Well,
Did she shoot something and they come back? I mean, what the hell?
It's like 10. I think it's like 100 points if you shot somebody, and then negative 50 if you got shot. So,
dude, what if you carried like
so
a mirror sword
she's
in there?
Not good for the zombie apocalypse.
no, and it was great.
Oh.
It was great because they show the scores out front so people can see. And this one guy was standing, and as we're walking out, he goes, man, how do you get like negative 200? And I go, Heather, this guy wants to know how you got negative 200. She was so mad at me. I was like, leave me alone. It's my birthday. I didn't get to play Deal or No Deal. I was very upset.
Yeah, people kept getting on it.
I was so mad. I was like, dude, I get obnoxious on Deal or No Deal.
Is that like a game there?
Yeah, like where it's essentially Deal or No Deal but with tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And I like turn around to see who's watching me and I yell and she just walks away when I play it. My friend from work, Shakita, was with us and she's like, I just want to watch you play Deal or No Deal. And all night she was like trying to get me in the Deal or No Deal game, but people just kept like that's like all people come to play is Deal or No Deal, and they just sit there. It's very frustrating when I'm trying to act obnoxious. Anyway,
Go ahead, keep going. Make sure he's not in Elena's room.
oh, just close the door.
Yeah, thank you.
Vader ruins everything.
He does ruin everything.
He does ruin everything. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. And we ate at Hooters.
Hooters.
Because I'm an adult and I went to Hooters in a fun park.
Yeah, you went to Hooters. And see, and this is like everybody's... Hooters is a family restaurant? Really?
Well, Elena wasn't with us, okay?
No. But I mean, really? Is Hooters the kind of place you should take your wife or girlfriend? I
Why
mean, you're
not?
there to look at other chicks, dude.
Okay, what do you think, Beth? The guy's taking you out on a date. And it's not your first date, because we can all agree that first date to Hooters is a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's
Just
like
stand
your
next to that
fourth or
girl.
fifth date, and he's like, yo, I like the wings. What do? You go, all right.
Have we been friends first?
Sure.
Like, if I've been friends for a while, I don't care.
Okay. But
I mean, being that I have boobs, I like looking at other girls' boobs too in comparison, so it doesn't bother me.
boobies a bit. Is someone knocking the door for
Yeah.
real? This is the most interrupted cast we have ever done, and there's nobody in the house. Heather and Elena went to the pool. Who's that? Someone is at the door. Oh, it's Preach's kids. Oh, so I guess we should keep talking. So we went to. So I didn't mind going to Hooters, man.
I've never been to Hooters. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get to go.
Yeah. Well, I know I invited you. What you didn't? Why didn't you come?
What happened was, you know Kristen and Justin?
Yeah. Sure.
Well, Kristen.
Yes,
Justin's
I know
her
Kristen.
fiance.
Yes.
Yeah, well, he graduated Saturday, and I couldn't go to his graduation because of work. So I was going to go help them set up for their party afterwards, but I didn't get to go to that. But I'll discuss that in my Weekend Geek. So.
Okay, sweet. All right. It's fun on my birthday though. Really, my birthday now is just like we go out to eat, and then Showtime just stays at the house, and then we just sit around. And he plays a game, and I play a game, and Heather's always like, "You guys aren't even talking."
You don't even understand.
Yeah,
how,
she
like,
just
reminiscent that is of
Yes!
our childhood.
She doesn't get it.
When you that's what I look for in a girlfriend. I even tell them, like, look, I'm just looking for somebody who, when I have nothing to say, it's not awkward. If I'm playing a video game and you're reading a book, that needs to be great. Like, that needs to be how it goes. Like, that's what I'm looking for.
Perfect.
Play video games on story mode.
Huh?
Play video games on story mode. That way she can get into it with you.
I have been looking for an RPG to play, so they could watch and.
That's how I got into the darkness. Watch Nick's boyfriend play it.
That's also how she played the game, The Darkness.
Yeah.
This game.
Not as good as the busted boobies. Busted!
I can't even run out. Okay.
That's gonna be a thing now. Oh, I can't wait to do it in public.
What to just
To you.
to grab my boobies?
Yep.
Oh, that's not. That's like me talking about.
Doesn't matter if I busted you. I can bust anybody. Spliggity spooty. Coming for those boobies.
That's like when I used to yell at you about having a guy you talk to.
Yeah.
He used to get so mad at me because we'd be like at the movie theater, like waiting in line for popcorn or something, and I'd be like, "Hey,
So how's that dude you're banging?
you asked out that guy yet? The guy you told me you thought was really cute. Remember that guy you thought was cute?" He'd be like, and it was all. I always made sure to do it when the person rigging us out was like someone he was crushing on at the movie theater. He'd be like, ugh. What time he yelled at me? Hey, he yelled at me.
Wait, did I yell at you because you kept sitting in my lap in public?
No. You yelled at me because what's her name was at the counter. I can't remember her name.
Spencer.
Yeah, and it didn't make it any easier that our friend Eric was there. I thought the whole thing was hysterical, and so he was laughing the entire time. Anyway, so I guess I mean, Beth, I can't stare at this bag. It's my birthday. Beth wouldn't give me my present until we did the next cast because she wanted me to open on the cast. Mm-hmm. So this is also going to be something we can to describe for people who are just listening.
Mm-hmm. The handmade one is not here though.
What?
Because this is. If y'all don't know me very well, I'm really, really actually happy with things I make. So I made you like this Superman shadow box thing.
What?
And then I went to Second and Charles and I found more stuff. So I took it apart and I'm redoing it. So I have a picture of it for what I have so far if you want to see that. But it's not done because I found better stuff to put in it. But your non-handmade stuff are in this bag.
Okay. Well.
Here's your bag.
Oh, it's my birthday. Should I give my address out in case any listeners want? I'll tell you what, my PayPal is. I'll have that in the show notes.
Oh, no. He's going to have a GoFundMe page here when we're done.
For my birthday. Did you guys hear that? Sorry. Oh, I gotta just do it. What is it?
Hot Wheels.
He hit his head.
Oh,
He's okay. He slams into the wall all the time.
got it.
Aluminum Falcon.
The aluminum Slave 1, Hot Wheels. Very cool. And it has a stand.
So you can take it out the box.
Gee, you want me to take it out of the button?
You don't have to.
Heather makes me. She bought me these Nutcracker, like, can you get a better shot? She bought me these Nutcracker, Star Wars Nutcrackers from Hobby Lobby. Mm-hmm. She deliberately bought the damaged boxes. So I would take them out of the box. But no, these are very cool. Thank you, Beth. I will probably end up taking them out of the box just because I've realized that things like this get way mass produced. And there's two. Oh,
Sweet butt.
sweet dog. This is like a loot crate opening. Oh! I have to open these.
Those are prizes you would get
In Loot Crate. And I just reorganized my stuff. Oh, I took all my Avengers stuff off. I arranged. This is how much of a nerd I am. I looked up the poster for the original Avengers movie, and I arranged my Disney Infinity Avengers characters to be in the same order. Okay, I'm opening the Justice League one first. Chibis.
What are those?
I
have no idea. I just
oh
saw
god,
them.
they're everywhere.
Vader, get it! Just kidding.
Where is it?
I don't know. It hit my foot. Oh, it's everywhere. This is.
I'm not bending down there.
Go get it. It's Showtime.
That's on camera.
Where did
Oh,
it
gosh.
go for real?
I don't know. Move your foot, Steven. Your left foot.
Me?
I found it.
Oh. Oh, they're little
It's
figures.
Robin.
It's Robin. Hawkman. Oh, no. Right? Hawkman? Yeah.
Let me see.
This is Hawkman, right?
Yeah. From
Hawkman.
Thrangar.
From Thrangar.
No, this is
And the Arrow. Or
just
Green Arrow.
not Avengers.
Boom. Thank you,
Yeah,
Beth.
I saw these at Target in the checkout line. I don't know what they were, but they look cool.
I can't get this one open. In the interest of time. You know, did I have I told that story on the cast yet?
Which one?
About the noises I make now?
What,
I
which
make that
noises?
noise. I make that noise like where I go, like when I'm trying to reach for something and stuff.
Red from American Dad.
Yeah, and I do it like so much now at work and stuff. People laugh, but I started to do it when I'm by myself, just because it's like become muscle memory for some reason, right? And I was getting out of my car at work, and I was like, ugh! And I was like, really? And then I look, and this woman's like, "Hey, Steven." I'm like, "Oh no!" Right in front of this woman at work. And I want to be like, no, it was a joke. I knew you were there, but I didn't. Like,
Dude, I did that to freaking. I was talking to Vader, you know, that dog.
your dog,
The
Vader.
dog owner voice.
Yeah.
Puppy. Anyway, I was doing that. And I was like, Vader, you gotta put your vest on. It's like having pants. You can't just walk around and puppy without pants on. And I look over and this guy's walking his dog right next to me. I was like, uh-oh.
Oh, this is so you
Did he
can't.
have pants on?
This is so you can't
Yeah.
sneakily see what it is.
If he had, like, I'm not wearing it. Like, feel like that guy, Vader. Go be like him.
It's gonna be like him. Oh, I can't get it out. That's what she said.
Where is it?
The thickness. Oh, it's it's a bot from Age of Ultron. It's part of the Iron Legion.
Is he metallic?
He's metal.
No, I mean, is his paint job metallic?
I don't think so.
I think he might be. That means you got one of the Hot Topic exclusive ones.
Whoa!
You got a fancy one.
I'm fancy as shit. Thanks, Beth. Thank you, Beth. And thank you, Preach and Showtime, for your birthday support.
You're welcome.
I mean nothing. Get a round of applause. I appreciate it. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you. Thank you guys for just being friends. That's all I want, is for you guys to be there for me. That's all. I appreciate it. Just be there.
Steve, my
See,
present
that's
to
the
you.
start of your box.
That's epic. What'd you say?
My present to you is that kid. I was gonna hand you Vader, but he's not in the lap anymore. So I was
Oh,
like,
okay,
here you
thank you.
go. You can have this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so besides that, my week in Geek, I've been playing Disney Infinity with Elena, and she's actually not that bad at it, especially when we're doing linear.
There's only one way she can go.
Yeah, like if we're doing like linear levels, if I start a level where it's like, okay, move from this room to this room to this room, she just beats stuff up with me and it's fun. But I got to a boss yesterday. There's like a part where you fight Loki, and it was impossible. I had to get her to give Showtime the sticks, the controller, and have him do it. And even when he was doing it, we were constantly dying. And when you die, you can either be revived by the other player, which is impossible because you're being attacked so much, or you can switch out other characters and jump to other of the Avengers themed characters. And so that was Elena's job. We'd be like, switch to this person, and then if they're not, there's a time limit for they're revived, so we couldn't remember who was revived or not. So we're like, switch to this person, and it was crazy how long it took. I don't know if we were doing something wrong, but it took a long time, and it was frustrating.
You had to do it one at a time. You had to find the real one, kill his ice golem, and then we go to the second one, kill that one. And once we figure that out, we got it.
Yeah, but and none of the characters are leveled up that much because I switch between them a lot, so there's not one that's like super powered. They're all pretty much on like 2 or 3. Like, anyway, so that's been it. I mean, we had a free comic book day, but we did a cast on that, and I bought. They hook us up with credit for helping them out, and I got the Infinity Gauntlet trade, but I haven't read it yet. I'm going to catch up on my reading for the next Avengers movie. But I also got the next Walking Dead. in the mail. I get the trades. I pre-order the trades now because I've caught up. And it's frustrating because I knock out one of those Walking Dead trades in like a day. And then it's like, and I went to go pre-order the next one. It was like September. And I was like, no, September, dude? So it's very frustrating because it's so good. And I was like, I don't want to go back to get... Even if I went back to getting regular issues, I would get 5 and then be caught up then there. So I don't know.
You'd be like, next month.
I know. So it's... I don't know. Preach, you've been borrowing them from me. How far along are you?
I think Rick's getting ready to take over Alexandria.
Okay.
Isn't he in jail? Or like,
So-
No. But that's what I meant. I can't remember his name. The leader's wife just died.
Okay.
And then he's like going through a mental breakdown.
So you're pretty much where it's at in the show.
Oh,
like
yeah.
It's where the show ended is where you're at there.
Yeah. Like that whole scene that happened at the very end of the show, I'm a little past that.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay. All right, Beth, what do you got for a Weekend Geek?
So, I actually didn't make it to your birthday
That's
or
right.
the party thing because you know the sternum piercing I have. Well, like a month ago, in my sleep, I ripped half of it out.
What did you rip out?
Half of the sternum piercing. Like in my sleep, I guess I just pulled at it.
Give me 1 minute.
Ow!
I don't know what it is. What is it?
A sternum.
The one
piercing.
here on my chest. Like the foot of it is like that, and half of it was like out of my skin. Anyway, so I shoved it back in, and it was.
Oh! Oh!
Go ahead.
Anyway, I shoved it back in there, and it was healing up, but that side that came out was like starting to reject. So after work, I went to a piercing place, and essentially she kind of had to re-pierce it. She had to turn the feet to where they went the opposite direction so it could get back under the skin. But, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just listening.
But while I was there, I got another one.
What?
On the back of my No,
Oh my god, another piercing where?
on the back of my neck. A neck piercing.
Back of your neck?
Mhm.
Can we see?
I didn't know you could do that.
It's really red because I fell asleep on it last night.
Whoa!
See
You gonna
it?
show the camera?
Wow, that's crazy.
Can you see it?
Yes, it's there. It's
Okay.
small, but
But yeah, I got another one. And then I'll get another one after that one heals somewhere. That's my Weekend Geek. I got more metal shoved in me.
oh! Okay, all right. All right, preach. How about you, buddy? How about you? Oh my god. Preach. What about you, bud? What you got?
I didn't have no metal shoved in me. That's what you want to know.
Oh man, Sharks is gonna be mad he missed this.
Man, I really got nothing geeky that I've done all week. The only thing I've done this week is I had my hearing for my retirement, and that was it.
Yay!
But I don't know how that's gonna go because
Oh.
the guy was like, I'll review it. Takes him 2 or 3 weeks, and then the director will get it, and it'll take him a couple weeks. So I won't know for at least another month. But that's all I did this week.
Oh, I forgot about something that Showtime and I did over this weekend. We went to GameStop so he wanted to pre-order Star
I
Wars.
finally did it. That was my Weekend Geek thing, so thanks for ruining that.
Oh, did I really? To pre-order Star Wars Battlefront. So, and they were having there's a game coming out for the Wii U called Splatoon.
Something like that, yeah.
Splatoon, and it's essentially at first I'm glad they do these Nintendo events because at first I was like, this game doesn't really look that like it's just like, okay, cool, but it's essentially you play as a squid, like a human-like squid, and you shoot color into the ground and you can swim in the color, so you can like shoot the color up the walls and you swim in the color up the
That
walls.
sounds awesome.
And so they had these there, and they had the game to play, and so I gave the controller to Elena, and she picked it up pretty quickly. To the point where I was like, you know what, I'm probably going to get this game even if it's just for her to play. Because she was like, and the biggest thing is she's still at that stage where, like, when she's playing a game and she wants to turn right, she, like, throws her whole body to the right. She's like, this car's going to turn! Well, Splatoon does that. Like, if you move your stuff right, it moves the camera behind you that way. And at first I'm like, that's really cool. But then I'm like, man, that's going to teach her that's how it's done. But I don't mind. She had a lot of fun with it. She was shooting stuff. She got the swimming thing down. She's just now learning to comprehend using 2 buttons at once. Because, generally you have to move a joystick and hold down something else. She never really got that before. Now she's getting it. And and she had a lot of fun playing it. Because you can customize the way your squid's armor looks. And you can change the color and stuff. You got to fight things and shoot your ink. And you have ink battles with other people. And so I think I might get it for her. But the biggest thing was they, for some reason, they were like, here's some water, here's some squirt guns. This is at a local GameStop.
What?
And you can squirt the store manager, is essentially what it was. And so Elena gets the squirt gun and loads it up. And Elena with a squirt gun is like...
Zach and Rocket Launcher.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but she has no mercy whatsoever. She just doesn't care. And so she loads the squirt gun, she shoots the store manager, gets her wet, and then so she starts squirting me, and I get pissed. And so then I get her squirt gun, and I start shooting Elena with her squirt gun. And so then Elena goes crazy, starts squirting Showtime, and he's like, I don't want to get wet, and she's like, like, she just doesn't care. Like, Showtime helps her put water in the squirt gun.
And then she shoots me.
Yeah, she is like, got him! Like, so we were in there strictly to pre-order that game for Showtime, and I ended up leaving soaking wet. And then we got slushies, and Elena's reaction, because then we had to pick up Vader, and Elena's reaction to Vader jumping on her was this. So I was covered in slushy. I was right behind her. And it was like, I was like, what? And then she starts like crying a little bit, and I was like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? Are you strawberried right now?
Thinking about it now, remember that time you told me that you were done, but I had the 75-pound dog crawling on me, and that's what you were done with? You were like, listen, nothing's happening to you, but Carly is crawling all over me because the cat won't stop slapping his tail.
Oh, God.
And he's like laying on me, and I'm just sitting there trying to play a game, and Steve's like, I'm just done with this. And I'm like,
the dog's on me. Oh.
There's nothing on you.
This isn't very geeky, but it's a very funny story. One of my recliner chairs was broken, so yeah. So we went to Heather's parents. They got a whole new living room furniture set, and so they gave us one of their old recliners. And so it comes apart. Like the top part lifts up where your back goes, and that's really light, and then the bottom part. And so we brought it back.
The bottom part's really heavy.
Yeah, we brought it back here. I had Vader's leash in one hand and the bottom part in the other.
The top part.
Sorry.
The top part's light.
Yeah. And he had the bottom part. He was like, ugh, like struggling with it. And some woman walking a dog walks by, and Vader and that dog start sniffing each other. And she goes, and I don't know, I honestly, this just came out, I don't know what possessed it. She goes, oh, looking at him, it's like, do you need some help with that? And I go, no, he's got it, he's good. And then we get walking. And as we're walking, I'm just like, I just realized, like, how rude that was.
He was rude to her and you.
But now he's got it.
I
was like, you dick. I said it loud enough, so I'm pretty sure she could hear it.
Yeah, I felt bad afterwards, but what can I do?
It was funny. You bought my ticket to Mad
I
Max.
did. When we saw Mad Max Fury Road.
I want to get someone in the podcast who's really good at Photoshop, so that they can make it Mad Max Furry Road and put like furries in, like driving the cars. I just think it would be really funny.
Oh my god.
And like a fox is like on that pole, they're going across.
That movie was crazy. It was way better than I thought it was gonna be.
As much as we talk crap during all the movies we go to and just like say funny things, like there wasn't enough time to do it or anything to talk about. It was
It's like the movie's like pretty much one big long drive scene. Essentially, they stop for like 5 minutes to progress plot, and that's really it.
Okay, now the drive scenes, are they better than Furious 7's drive scenes?
I mean,
anything is better than Furious 7's drive.
yeah. I mean, it's
or
not
Fast and Furious in general's drive.
I don't think you really compare the two though. To be honest with you, it's different because it's like combat, and it's unique, man. It's like the entire time they have a guy on a guitar, just like playing hardcore bass.
And even that is more realistic than anything in the Fast and Furious movies.
And it was just, I don't know, man. It was like an art, like his art. That's the best way to describe it. Like it's not something you see ever in a movie. And I don't know. It left me speechless. So I'm like, because I don't know how to describe it, man. Max wasn't even really a big part of the plot. He was just like there, and that was interesting. He was a hood ornament for like the first part of the movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's definitely worth seeing in the theaters. You should definitely see it in the theater because it's just a spectacle.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was worth it. It was really good for you. Because you didn't have to pay for it.
Because it was free.
No, I'm just kidding. Yo, those RPX tickets are killing me.
You pay a lot more money to have your ass rattled by the speaker.
It's so true.
That's really what it is.
What's the RPX?
Regal Premiere Experience with a call. It's just a much bigger screen, and the sound is really well done.
Mm-hmm.
And like
really ass rattling.
You feel it, like you feel it in your bum, is what
How
it's.
many times can I say ass?
I don't know. Okay.
At 5 right now.
All right, so I'm gonna let the video run, and hopefully it'll work. When we move on to our discussion topic.
Okay.
All right, because our discussion topic is Age of Ultron, so we'll just jump into that real quick.
Okay.
All right, we've all seen Age of Ultron except for Beth.
That's where I developed the ass rattling theory, though.
It's
was when we were watching Age of Ultron, because in the RPX, everything was just shaking. It was ridiculous.
It is. So what do you think? I'm gonna let you go first, Showtime. What do you think of Age of Ultron?
I thought it was really good. I've never read Age of Ultron, so everyone can get mad at me. Basically, I guess a lot of people were upset with how Ultron looked. I thought he looked just fine. I thought it was great how they introduced some of the new characters that were in the comics that I read, because some of the Vision was in there, and now I know how they started him in this book, in this series at least. I thought the action was great, the fighting was good. Every joke that you'd want to make in the movie was made for you.
That's right.
Like, you don't have to say it on the sidelines. It's really good.
I don't mean, I hate to change the subject completely, but I was looking at the camera just now. I just noticed the bag of trash I have to go out is in the shot. So it's like, someone's on says, "Is that a bag of trash?" It's a bag of trash, but it's not food or anything. It's stuff from my desk. Just to make that clear, I just wanted to say that so people don't think I'm gross. Anyway, Age of Ultron, the story had really nothing to do with what they showed in that, so you don't have to worry about that. They just kind of used the same name.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. I personally, at first I didn't like Ultron's personality, and I was talking to somebody about it. Oh, by the way, it's very spoiler heavy, and we're not gonna try to not talk about it.
You were talking to me.
Was it you I was talking to? Yeah, that's right. I was talking to
Because I
Preacher
said
about
it, and you were like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, it's very spoiler heavy. So Beth, I'm sorry. I know you don't care. Yeah, but if you haven't watched Age of Ultron, go watch it. Come back and listen to this. But Ultron is very to the point and not much personality, and he in the comic books, and he's just pretty much eradicate humans. And in this movie, he's snarky and cracks jokes and does stuff. And Preacher had a very good point. It's in the comics, he's made by Hank Pym, who is a very boring individual. I mean, boring. He beat his wife, so there was that. That was a story arc.
Yeah.
To where, but I mean, generally now, he's boring and he doesn't have much personality to him. But this Ultron is made by Tony Stark, so it's a robotic reflection of Tony Stark. So it makes sense. about halfway through the movie, I went, all right, this isn't as good as Avengers. It's all right. And then the end kicked off, and I was like, all right, this is good stuff. I saw it a second time, and I was like, okay, my original thoughts are a little off, but I still think that you're bombarded with action to weigh on the not so good story. Like, I feel like when you're coming off the coattail of Winter Soldier, which is just like an incredible movie, and Guardians of the Galaxy, which is actually it was Guardians of the Galaxy was a fantastic mix of action and story, and I can't pinpoint what Age of Ultron was missing, but I feel like it was definitely missing something, but I can't tell you what that something was. It just didn't give me the same feeling as all the other movies do. Is it because, like, we've seen the first Avengers and you're never going to get that feeling again? I thought that, too. Like, you're never going to get the feeling of seeing Iron Man and Cap on the screen for the first time again.
You know what I'm never getting the feeling of again?
What?
Seeing Godzilla shoot his freaking laser beam. Well, that's another story.
Oh, another reason why I wish Trucks was here. Anyway. But, do you guys understand what I'm saying by that? Like...
I guess. I mean, I thought it was really, really good though. But I guess if you're worried about the story a lot, you get what you seem to be. Like you're looking for accuracy.
Well, and then Von Strucker he's like a big name in Hydra, and then
he's like dead.
He's like introduced and killed. I don't think he's really dead. I think that
He's
might not even be I think it might be like because no one's really dead. You know.
Well, like the whole Quicksilver thing.
Oh, we'll jump on that real quick. The death of Quicksilver.
Yeah, I was like, how you just introduce this guy who's awesome and kill him?
Well, I also read a.
Well, he's contracted for a couple more movies, isn't he?
Well, no. I read a thing where they shot it both ways. They had a scene where Quicksilver came back to life, and if you watch at the very end where it's like the next set of Avengers are standing there, it's like Falcon and War Machine and. There's a spot where someone else could be standing, and that's where they edited Quicksilver out. Like, he was in that shot, and they took him out. So, like, they were testing it to see which way it would go. They did kill the one person who could use his powers to come back later. Like, Quicksilver, they could be like, oh, I died, but I have a high metabolism, so I came back. Got him, like... So...
It's like, how many times in a Flash show have you thought the Flash was, like, really effed up?
And then he comes right back. That's exactly what I thought of. Because all those bullets went through him, right? I don't think there was I don't think anything stuck in him.
Which is the first bullshit, because, anyway. But it's a superhero movie, I know.
So what do you think, Preach, of the movie?
I thought it was good. Definitely not as good as the first one. Like you said, I agree. Something about seeing that first movie just made it. Like, it just made it what it needed to be. But this one, I thought it was pretty funny. I liked the way Ultron was. Sorry, guys. But I thought it was good. Like, and then, like he said, every joke that I could have possibly have thought of making, they did for me, and it was awesome. Like, it's nice to see that they do that because they know that's what their fans do.
Yeah.
So.
Like Hide the Cucumber.
Yeah.
It's like, are you guys playing Hide the Cucumber? I'm talking to Black Widow and Hulk. Get it? You get it. Oh, Beth just got it. Look at she got it.
But no, I liked it, man. I want to see it again, though. So.
Get it? Get it? I'm talking about it.
The best part of the movie to me was the Hulk and Hulk armor fight.
Oh, yeah, that was really cool.
Veronica.
Yeah, so you know the Hulk Buster armor is, Beth? It's essentially a suit that Tony Stark develops to fight the Hulk, and he gets in his Iron Man suit, and he gets in this other suit, which is gigantic. And what happens is he calls it from space, and it orbits, and it comes to where he is, and it drops, and he gets in it, and he fights the Hulk. And at one point, the Hulk jumps on his back and rips his arm off. He's like, "Oh, Veronica, can you give me a hand?" And Veronica shoots. That's what he calls the ship, and it shoots a new hand to him, and he puts it on, and so it constantly replaces his limbs that the Hulk rips off.
Except for when the Hulk was jumping limb to limb as he was trying to get him.
Yeah. So it was. And then it just there's a part of the fight where he just takes out Veronica completely. He just like blows the ship out of space. I'm like, wow, all right, I guess that's that.
He did that?
Yeah, he throws something up. Oh no, he jumps on it. I think I can't remember, but
I don't think he takes it out. He takes out. It was shooting limbs towards Tony Stark.
When he's
just took
riding
out
on
the
Tony
limbs.
Stark's back, he just blacks hitting everything out of the sky, but it didn't blow up Veronica.
But that's probably the best part of the movie, especially when I saw it the second time. The first time I saw it, though, I was sitting in a very uncomfortable position.
Oh, yeah.
And I had, like, a metal bar of my left butt cheek.
What?
I know it sounds crazy. I just from the seat that I was sitting in wasn't comfortable. And I was sitting next to Dan. And, you know, Dan and I are both big guys. And so, and I don't know Dan like I know the rest of you guys. Like, if it was Showtime, I would just cuddle up with him and not cared. You know, but I didn't want to, like, get all up in Dan's face, so I was trying not to get in his face. And so, like, I had a butt cheek over the edge because I was on the last seat. So, and so, like, literally my left cheek is, like, in the bar. And so, you know, like, it was like a psychological thing to where it's like I was feeling pain the entire time. So it's like, this sucks! The second time I saw it, though, was Heather. I was comfortable because I popped, you know, because Heather's my wife, and I get close to her. And I sit, and she doesn't mind it, like Showtime does. And he doesn't mind it either. Don't let him lie to you. And I definitely enjoyed it a little bit more than the first time. But I still think it was missing something that Guardians and Winter Soldier had that this just
I feel
didn't.
like all this movie did was introduce the next
Avengers.
The next person that Black Widow's going to date.
Yeah. Well,
But I mean, I think this was almost like it feels like it was a filler movie.
like an Iron Man 2.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
much better than Iron Man.
Because the next one, I mean, the Civil Wars and the Captain America, and then they're going into the Avengers of Infinity War, and you'll have
Yeah.
Black Panther before that. It's like,
Yeah, it definitely felt like it was going to lead into Civil War. I mean, it does lead into Civil War.
yeah.
So, Cap's leading a brand new team of Avengers, it looked like, with Black Widow. And so, I mean, where did Hawkeye go, though? That's a big reveal. Can we talk about the Hawkeye thing?
Oh yeah, him having a wife and
All
kids.
this- He's like, oh, I got a safe house. And they land at a farm, and he has wife and kids. And they're like, oh, Daddy. And they're like, Aunt Romanoff. You know? Not
Yeah.
Aunt Romanoff.
Natty.
Aunt Natty. That's like, yeah. So, like, Black Widow's, like, there all the time. And it's, it was interesting. I think that's the ultimate version of Hawkeye. I think in the 616, Hawkeye's single. But in the Ultimate Universe, he had a family and stuff.
I'm sorry, on the what?
The 616?
What's that?
What's that?
I don't know what that is.
The 616 is the Marvel Universe as we know it in
Oh.
comics.
Why is it called 616?
Because that's one day someone said the Marvel Universe that we read is the 616 universe, Universe 616. I don't know. I can't. I don't know why that's what it is, but that's what it's been dubbed. And then there's the Ultimate Universe for the Ultimate books.
I thought it was just the Marvel Universe and then the Ultimate Universe. I didn't know.
Yeah. And then, so whenever somebody references the 616, that's what they're talking about. And one of the call signs in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., one of their planes is called this plane 616. I thought it was interesting. Anyway, irregardless. Yeah, man. He said that, Joss Whedon said that the first Avengers, you know, kind of wrecked Hawkeye's appearance because he was pretty much evil the entire time.
Yeah, that's the only bad part about that whole movie.
And then, so when he comes back, it's like, well, we're going to focus a lot on Hawkeye. And this was a good way to do it. I think it's, you know, you go to his house, you meet his family, it makes sense, and then you meet...
Well, it instantly made him extremely popular.
Yes.
So, like, people love him now. Oh, and the Arrow show hasn't hurt Hawkeye's fan base either.
You're right.
Because if people like one, they'd tend to like the other one. So
I agree. What was your favorite part of the movie?
When he died.
Probably. Well, it wasn't the first part. Maybe it was. The opening was really funny.
Yeah, when they're fighting Hydra.
Yeah.
I really like
the very beginning of it was incredibly cheesy when they were just showing everyone who was there. That was super cheesy, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, the beginning of the movie where infiltrate a Hydra base looking for Loki's scepter.
Yeah.
So that was I my favorite part of that was when she's like, "Can someone take care of that bunker?" And then the Hulk just comes in and just decimates it.
Yeah.
It's like
Just-
gone.
So thank you. But no, it was. I've already
Oh
said
no, the party.
the party.
Yeah, there we go. My favorite part was the party.
It's like we're having a celebration.
Because
Because
of meeting Ultron. Yeah.
yeah, they pretty much they try to incorporate everybody that's been in movies recently. They have a lot of people from the other movies, except for they didn't have like Jane or Pepper.
Yeah.
Like Jane not being there makes sense, but Pepper,
Yeah.
Peter Pecker.
like I was like, man, where's Pepper? She's like, oh, she's running. You know,
And they
Stark
made
Industries.
they made it clear, like they said it a few times too. They brought her name up,
Yeah.
and would drop that same. Oh, well, she's running the company, blah blah blah. She can't just be here, CEO, da da da.
Yeah,
I just think she wasn't available for the movie.
or they didn't want to pay her
Yeah,
to be
that's-
in it.
Because she's nuts.
I've been reading that stuff too. She is nuts.
She has no concept of reality anymore.
Gwyneth Paltrow's gone crazy. She's I don't know. She's dubbed the term what is it? Conscious uncoupling.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
What the hell is that?
Oh man, it's another cast
Oh,
another day.
okay.
Like it's out of control. She's crazy, but I get mad at stuff like that. Like I get mad at when Tom Cruise goes crazy too. I'm like, man, I like his movies. Stop being so crazy.
Stop being such a weirdo.
Because all I think about is how crazy you are when I watch your movies. Stop it, Tommy.
He's calmed down, so that's good.
Yes.
Since the Oprah incident,
Yes. What was your least favorite part of the movie? Breach.
I don't think they used Scarlet Witch correctly.
Yeah. Agreed.
Well, now she doesn't have to see it.
I think there's a lot more they could have done with her that they didn't do. I think that was my least favorite thing is they didn't develop that character the way they should have or way they could have. So
No more mutants. No, they can't do that in that.
they can't. What, no more Inhumans is about the best they can do.
Yes, it's true.
So, but and I would say my favorite part was the name dropping of Black Panther, so to speak, without dropping his name.
Oh yeah, it's
And
Wakanda.
Wakanda, and then they
Wakanda.
introduced which you already knew about vibranium from Cap Shield, but like now you find out that they have a lot more of it than they've let on. All that was cool to me. Like I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch. I feel like she's gonna do better later on though.
Yeah.
My least favorite part was the death of Quicksilver. I was like, man, you can't introduce somebody so quickly and then not develop him very well and then kill him when he's the person that I'm most excited to see. Especially when Hawkeye literally 5 minutes before that just made a joke about killing him.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes
Yeah.
before he just
When
made a
was
joke
running
about
away-
killing him.
When he was running away, he was like,
Oh, I didn't even put
Gotcha.
those together. Then he saves them.
oh yeah, he says gotcha. He's like takes off running, and Hawkeye's all drawn back and everything, and all year it's gotcha.
He's like, no one would know.
Yep. Oh, that was it. No one would
No
know.
one would know. Shoot
Because he
the
could,
Sarah.
he had him. Like I'm like, dude, for him to know that he could hit that, that's his superpower.
Spoilers, Beth Quicksilver dies at the end of Age of Ultron.
I'm sure he comes back somehow.
I mean, they all do, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, everybody's like, this is classic Joss Whedon, because you're at the end of Serenity. The pilot dies.
No.
Spoilers if you haven't seen the.
But those
10-year
are his people, though.
It's very true. These are not his people. That's very true. I was real sad when the pilot died in Serenity, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good character.
Well, because I watched Serenity first a long time ago, still in high school, and a couple of years ago I watched Firefly for the first time, and then I watched Serenity after, and I Serenity was so much better after you watch Firefly. Like if you haven't watched Firefly, it's cool, but it's like the beginning. Even the beginning is like, man, all these characters coming back. This is awesome. Anyway, yeah, Quicksilver's probably my least favorite part. I want to see his character more. And I really didn't like the love scene stuff between Hulk and
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
that was-
Romanoff. Like they had kind of a thing going on, and it just doesn't work. Like it just
they're a little too plain, so
And
to speak. Which is weird to say about Scarlett Johansson, but
I feel like they were just doing it just so they could have some form of like a love thing going on. It just felt so forced.
Just bring back her and freaking Hawkeye.
Well, Hawkeye's married.
Now he's married.
Oh,
They use
yeah,
that
that's
universe, so they can't do that.
Bring back Scandal.
But and also, doesn't Bruce Banner have Betty? Like
Yeah.
Bruce
And now
Banner
they're
has
talking
his
about-
girl from the
and now
Incredible
they're talking
Hulk.
about they're getting ready to start using the She-Hulk, and you're like, wait. If they're gonna do that,
You mean there's gonna be a badge that can take his
his
Huh?
cucumber? Oh!
For the uninformed, She-Hulk is actually Bruce Banner's cousin. So I just want.
So there's gonna be a badge?
Oh my god.
This is South Carolina.
Oh my God.
Oh lord.
Bruce Banner saves his cousin, but she's like dying with cancer, so he does a blood transfusion, and it turns her into the Hulk. But it makes her permanently green. So she's super strong, but she doesn't go Hulk. She's just super strong and looks green, but still herself. And she's a lawyer. She's like a high-end lawyer.
With
so
green
she,
skin?
yeah. And so she becomes like the lawyer for superheroes.
That's cool.
And so like that's what she does. And but I mean, it would be really cool if they did something like that. I mean, She-Hulk would be one of the easiest characters to introduce. You just have to be like, oh, Bruce Banner has a cousin, huh? She's a lawyer in New York. Well, cool. And then something happened to her. It probably won't be cancer, but it'll probably be like she's on her deathbed. It's like, Bruce, you got to give her your blood. It's the only way. And he'll be like, no, we can't do that.
Well, it's not
We
gonna
have to.
happen right now.
Why not?
What happened to Hulk at the end of this movie?
Well, I mean, he's missing. I was really disappointed by that because I was really hoping that Quinjet would go into space. And
And that's, remember I told you, I was like, you don't know.
That's true.
You don't know.
See, the Quinjet goes into space, and then we have Planet Hulk. I don't know if you know. Do you know what Planet Hulk is at all?
The Quinjet can't go into space, can it?
I don't know. What are the specs of a Quinjet, Showtime?
Not space compatible.
Good job.
That's the best thing about comic movies. You can go, oh, they were outfitted for space 6 months ago.
True.
Got it. Like, I mean, it's constantly what happens with Iron Man stuff. Like, it's like, oh, well, I built this in between movies. Bam,
Yeah.
son. Got him.
And see, and that's what messes you up about this one, or about Iron Man even being back, because at the end of Iron Man 3,
They blew up all the suits.
blew up all his suits.
Well, he only has one suit now and the Hulkbuster armor. That's it.
And the Hulkbuster armor is new because he helped.
But he made the Iron Legion.
What? Now I hate Avengers: Age of Ultron. Preach. Thank you.
Like, he's like, I'm done. Because he said he was done. At the end of Iron Man 3, I'm done. But I'm going to come back and make all these Iron Legion guys suits that I don't have to get in, that I just destroyed.
What's the difference?
Maybe he just realized that if he makes them robotic, he doesn't have to do it, and then he doesn't have to worry about fighting anymore, so he doesn't have to worry about getting blown up or having to go into space
But
anymore.
then he's still wearing an Iron Man suit.
And he
going
does.
on
He
Avengers
does.
missions.
Well, no. If he has the Iron Legion and Ultron, and Ultron had worked, he wouldn't have to be in it anymore. That
Oh,
was
that's
his
right.
whole point.
Yeah, okay. I got that. But
Oh,
it still conflicts with the end of Iron Man 3.
Yeah, I agree. It's not the best. It's not the best built bridge, but it's
I mean,
a bridge.
Iron Man 3 is not the best. It's probably my least favorite of the movies. I don't know.
The only thing that made it better is when you watch the short.
Yeah.
I make you hate it
Mandarin
again.
short.
Doesn't Pepper have like superpowers now?
I don't know. We don't know what the hell.
She's
happened
running
there.
a
Oh,
company.
that could be why she's not.
No, she's running a company.
Because nobody knows that happened to her but Tony.
Maybe that's why. Maybe she's.
And that's
somewhere
why
trying to
he's
fix
just
it.
saying she's running the company. Because he's taking care of that.
For a second, I thought all the Avengers did show up at the end of Iron Man 3, and I was like, wait a second, that wasn't how it should have ended. My bad.
No doubt.
I would-
They kidnapped the president and all this shit.
That-
And
that-
nobody else shows up.
That's the biggest thing that got me was that the American president gets kidnapped in Iron Man 3, and Captain America doesn't care. Where's he at? Where's Cap at? He's Captain America. The American president is, and some people say, "Well, he was off doing a SHIELD mission." Okay. As unbelievable as it is, I can take it, I guess. But
He may not have been America and not have known. You know, he could be out in like bumfuck Russia. I mean, you know.
Oh, didn't we determine that
I
we
like-
think
I've been
Captain
there,
America
it's
2 was taking place at the same time as Iron Man 3?
well, yeah, that's what I think might happen. Yeah, like
Because
Winter
the whole-
Soldier might have been taking
That
place.
would make makes sense. Or maybe not the Winter Soldier itself, but just like that first part with the boat raid and
the missions.
all that stuff starting to unravel while all this is going on. I don't know.
That is the unfortunately the problem now with making solo movies again is that everybody's going to question where the hell everybody is. Thor is easy. You just don't spend much time on, is it Midgar? That's what Earth's called.
Yeah.
No, Midgar. You don't spend much time on Midgar.
Mm.
That's what Earth was called to him, right? Midgar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
you
thought
just
you
don't
meant
spend
right.
much time on Midgar. And that's all you need to worry about.
Mm.
Which they didn't really. They did it at the very end. I pay attention to this. They did the very end, and it wouldn't have been enough time for anyone to get. And they did it in another part of in the world that no other Avenger would be at. Like Iron Man could have got there, but it would have took some time. Same thing with Cap. They just didn't. They didn't have enough time to do it. So I'm okay with that. But that's the problem that lies. You know, with Civil War is going to have literally everybody in it.
Yeah, I was looking over the cast.
I wonder how many. I wonder if we'll see any cameos in Ant-Man.
I think so.
I wonder who's gonna. I think they're keeping that tight lip because right now, you don't know anything about Ant-Man.
I know the first trailer looked like it was going to suck, and the second trailer I was like, all right, wait a minute.
Yeah, when that Thomas
movie
the
doesn't
Train
look bad.
crashes, that was so funny. It's like this epic miniature battle. Have you seen the trailer for Ant-Man?
Mm-mm.
So they're like they're like that big size of ants, and like it's these epic bite and these trains and stuff are around
They're
them.
like on a toy table.
Yeah.
Or something.
And like I can't remember who's Yellow Jacket. I think he's fighting, and they're both like small, and there's like explosions, and they're blowing each other up, and then Yellow Jacket gets run over by a train. Right, it's the Thomas the Train, and it hits him, and then it cuts out to like regular size, and it's a Thomas the Train set. It's like and it falls over, and then
That's what you see. If you were just standing there, you wouldn't see the epic battle that was going on with explosions and stuff.
So it's definitely going to be interesting. Ant-Man is going to be a hard pull, man. It's going to be hard to get people into. I'm interested to see how it goes, but it's definitely going to be. Well, that's what people used to say about Iron Man, though. When Iron Man was coming out, it's like, oh, Iron Man, I guess who's Iron Man? And now he's like Marvel's top tier. So I don't know.
He's like Batman for Marvel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember going to see the first Iron Man movie in the movie theater, and I had no expectations, like, because I didn't really know much about Iron Man. I just knew he was an Avenger. So me and my friend Thompson from the fire department was watching it, and at the end of it, I was like, dude, that was a pretty good movie. And then you got the scene with the whole Avengers thing at the end, and like that was like instant right there. That was one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life because I knew where they were going with it.
Well, the first time you ever get one of those after credit scenes where he's like, I want to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative. You just don't even know what to do with yourself.
Yeah, you're what the hell?
And then after that, you had to wait like another 3 years, I think,
man, it was
because I
forever.
think the first Thor came out, Captain America came out, and then Iron Man 2 came out.
Before the Avengers.
Yeah, so it was crazy. Okay, we're going on an hour, so let's do final thoughts on Age of Ultron. I'll let you start, Showtime.
I thought it was a really good movie. Yeah, I thought it was alright. I didn't find that many faults with it. So, until now we just dissected it with the
I know
pots and
we did.
thing, but apparently Vader agrees.
Yes, Vader likes it. Heather's come home and is losing it with Vader. Preach, final thoughts on Age of Ultron.
Good movie. 8.5. I think it was great.
He just ran into the fucking
That was cute.
Beth, final thoughts on Age of Ultron. Oh, never mind. I'll skip you, Beth. Okay.
I'm gonna flip you off.
Oh,
Do
God.
it. Here, we'll help.
Yes, Heather. Would you like to say something?
What are we talking about?
Age of
of
Ultron.
Ultron.
Heather, final thoughts on Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron?
Yeah.
Age of Ultron, friendship is magic.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Black Widow, Age of Me.
We can only finish this together!
That's it. Yeah. That's what it was like. At the
Yeah,
end, Heather
it
was
was.
like, this is just like the plot to My Little Pony. because at the end of it, it's like, we all have to do this together. That's the only way we can do it.
She told me about that at work.
It's so funny. I liked it. It was not my favorite of the Phase 2 movies. Here's the question. Does Ant-Man start Phase 3, or is it still a Phase 2 movie?
I have no idea.
I think Avengers movies end phases.
I think I'm the worst person to answer that because I didn't know what
Yeah,
616 was.
I know. So, not my favorite of the Phase 2. I think Winter Soldier was definitely my favorite of Phase 2.
Absolutely.
Followed by Guardians. And then I would probably say Avengers after that. And then Thor 2. I like Thor 2, but it was pretty eh.
Yeah, Thor 2 is like, yeah.
So, it was okay. And then Iron Man 3 was definitely my least favorite of Phase 2. So, there you go. Age of Ultron. Go see it. You should see that. And also, while we're on the subject of movies, definitely go see Mad Max Fury Road. Because Showtime and I both were like, and then we went and saw it and we're like, this is great. What's happening? What is this stuff? And things are flying and there's sand and now there's water and now there's women's breast milk and what's happening?
Well, there was the breast milk and there weren't that many boobies.
No.
So.
There was, okay, this is going to be pretty graphic if anybody's, I'll just give you a heads up. There was one scene where there was like 8 to 10, I think they were all pregnant women.
They were all very large.
Yes, it's strapped to milkers. And just like getting all the mother's milk out. So like this guy was hoarding mother's milk. He was getting them pregnant to get the milk out of them. The whole movie is about moms and babies and one guy trying to have all the babies and it's very woman empowering movie. I know it sounds crazy, but I left that going, wow. We are women, heroes roar.
We know it's called Mad Max, but it was definitely about the chick.
Yes, Charlize Theron definitely stole the show. So it's definitely worth it to go watch that in the theater. I recommend it. Okay. Good. Our video didn't mess up.
No, let go.
That's exciting.
Yay.
All right. So thank you, Beth, for the birthday present. I appreciate it. You're the best.
Thanks for showing us up.
No,
Well, you went to his birthday thing.
Yeah,
that's right. She didn't even go. And she didn't go see Avengers with us. How many times can I say that? I don't know. I'm just messing with it.
I had to work. God.
You didn't get that ass rattling experience.
Every time I mention it, Beth gives me this look like I feel like she's saying, I'm going to slit your throat and shoot you. I feel like she's saying.
You're gonna die.
All right. I'm Stevie B.
Showtime.
Beth.
Preach.
And we're Nerds Apocalypse, and we're out.